Hi there, I am Stephen Quayle Sharon and I am a graphics and a web expert. This is a class about Fiverr freelancing from beginner to advanced. If you want to work on Fiverr and if you don't have any previous knowledge or if you are absolute beginner, then this course is perfect for you because we designed this course for the beginner to advanced level. So let's take a look what you will learn from this course. You will learn from this course about the creating account on Fiverr.com, creating gigs, the inside of Fiverr, the payment details of Fiverr, the work submission process on Fiverr, the review facts and order facts on Fiverr, and many more. So once you will complete this course, you will be able to create a complete Fiverr account and you will be able to create a complete gigs and publish on Fiverr. So basically, for working Fiverr, the major topic are covered in this course. So if you are absolute beginner, this course is perfect for you, and during learning if you face any problem, then you don't have to worry about it. I'm always there for you to help you out. You just have to ask me the question. So I'm expecting you to have you on my next lesson. Okay, so at first you need to know the use of Fiverr. You can work in Fiverr in two ways. The first one is you can work in Fiverr as a seller, so you can sell your service and you can earn money from the client, or you can work as a buyer, so you can buy a service from the other seller. So as we are learning about the Fiverr freelancing, so we have to know the use of Fiverr as a seller. So you must have an account to become a seller so you can sell your service. So for creating a seller account, you have to click over here and this called become a seller. So once you will click on become a seller option, then a pop-up will appear and you will have multiple options to sign up. Likewise, you can sign up with your Facebook account, or you can sign up with your Google account, or you can sign up with your Apple account. Or if you don't want to use this three of this account, and if you want to go through with your email address, then you can use your email address. So you just have to put the email address over here. So I'm going to use email address to sign up, and I want to become a seller using my email address. So that's why I'm typing my email address in here. Okay, so once your email address writing is done, you have to click on this continue option. Okay, so once you will click on continue, then it will ask you for choose a username and choose a password. So you have to create an username for your seller account. So that's why you can type any username, and you must have to remember that username. And one more thing, you have to be ensured that is the username is available. So let me write a username over here. Okay, you can take a look over here that I used Design Bakery, and here is an error because this Design Bakery, this username already taken by someone, so I cannot use this Design Bakery as my username. So I am going to change this username and I am going to pick a new one. So let me pick Kimmy Bakery. Okay, you can take a look over here. Kemi Bakery is available, so I'm going to pick this username, and now I have to go for the password. So let me choose the password for my account. Okay, so once your username creation and password creation is done, you have to click on join option. And after clicking the join option, it will redirect you in another page. But remember one thing, your account is not created yet, or your account is not completed yet, because you have to activate your account. And therefore, the email address we used for sign up, we have to log in to that email address. And in our email address, Fiverr sent an activation email, so we have to activate our Fiverr account. So let me log in to my email address that I used to sign up as a seller. Okay, you can take a look over here. I received an email from Fiverr, and here is the subject, activate your account. So let me open this email, and here is the option for activate your account. You can take a look over here. So I have to click on this activate your account. Once I will click on activate your account, it will redirect me, and you can take a look over here. My account is successfully activated, and now I have to complete my profile. So that's why I have to click edit your profile option. Okay, so once I will click edit your profile, then it will redirect me in a new page, and this is the editing page, and from here I have to complete my profile. So at first you have to go for the full name. Remember one thing, you must have to put your legal name in here in full name, because if you violate some terms, if you violate some rules, Fiverr may ask you for your identity confirmation. In that case, Fiverr can ask you for your NID or ID copy, government ID copy, or it can ask you for passport, or you can have to submit some driving license. So you must have to put the legal name on your full name. So let's type the full name in here. And once the full name is done, then you have to go for clicking the Save Changes option. And you can take a look over here, setting successfully updated. We got a notification. Okay, now I want to take a look in my profile, and I want to complete my profile editing using the profile option of Fiverr, and that's why I have to click over here at top right side at C icon, and then I will get this profile option. So let me click on my profile option, then it will redirect me in my profile page, and now I will complete the editing of my profile from here. So let's start the editing. Okay, so let's scroll the mouse, and at first we have to go for the description. So in here you have to type a description, and you can write about your hobbies, or about your skills, or about your technical knowledge that you want to give the service to the clients. So you can write a short description about yourself. So I'm writing I'm writing some things about me. So let me write a short description. Okay, so once your description is done, so you have to go for the update option. Okay, so here is the update option. Let me click on update option. Okay, then we will get next option that's called linked account. So if you want to link your Facebook account with your Fiverr seller account, you can do that very easily. Not only Facebook, you will be able to link like your Google account, a Dribble account, Stack Overflow account, GitHub, Vimeo, and Twitter. So as an example, let me show you with the Facebook. So let me click on Facebook option. Then a pop-up will appear and you have to write your Facebook credential, likewise the email address of your Facebook account or phone number and password. Then you have to allow the application for linking the Facebook account with your Fiverr account. Okay, then we will get skills option. So you must have to add some skills because this section is very important. So for adding a new skill, you have to go for the add new option, and once you will click add new option, you will have this field for typing your skills. So let me type the logo design. And then you have to choose experience level. So from experience level, you can choose your experience option. So if you are expert, then you can select the expert option. And if you are beginner, you can go for beginner. If you are intermediate, you can go for intermediate. Okay. So once you are done, you have to go for add option. Then you can take a look over here. Logo design skill is added, and then you will get some suggestion. Likewise, this add with Photoshop. So you can pick the suggestion from here, or you can directly use the add new option. So let me add some more skills from add new option. Okay, you can take a look. I added 5 skills. And now it looks good. Okay, so now I have to go for the next option, that is education. So in here, in education field, you have to put your educational qualification details. So here is the fields, but this is not mandatory. If you want to put your educational qualification as public, you can put in here. But if you don't want to add these things, you can skip it because it's not essential. But keeping the educational qualification is a good practice. But for a time being, I am skipping these things because I want to move on the next option, that's called the certification, because your buyer will be very impressed when you will have some certification on a specific categories. So as this profile is creating for a graphics designer, so in that case you can use the Adobe certification. So let me go with the certification. So I want to add Adobe certified. And here is the range from the certification. Okay, so once you are done, you just have to go for the add option. And you can take a look over here. My certification is added, and you can take a look. The certification will be visible to the clients or to the buyers. But remember one thing: do not put any false certification, because your false information or false certification or false skills can make a huge impact on later on your Fiverr account, because also you will not be able to complete any task according to the buyer's requirement. In that case, your gigs or your order might got cancelled, and then it will put some huge impact to your account, because once your order will be cancelled, or once your order were cancelled, it will be tough for you to get some new works. So please make sure the skills, the certification, the educational qualification, what you are putting, you must have to put the real and legal information. Okay, then one more thing is left, that is languages. By default, Fiverr provides English as a basic language. So if you want to add some another language, you can add that another language or secondary language in here, because English is the default language for using this Fiverr.com, this website. So as a secondary language, I can use the Spanish language. So here is the drop down option. You can pick any language from here. And then you have to choose the level of language. So if you are fluent in Spanish or any other language, what you will select, you can set the language level. So if you are fluent, then you can put the fluent as your language level. And once it's done, you have to click add option. Okay, now we have more things to do to complete our profile. So now the next part is we have to add an image for our profile, and you can take a look over here at left side. I have a circle, but we don't have any images, or we don't have any profile picture. So we have to add an image to set as a profile picture. So when you will place your mouse inside this circle, then it will turn into a dark circle, and inside the dark circle you will get an icon of a camera. So for adding an image, you just have to click on that camera icon. Then a pop-up will appear, and from your computer you have to select an image, and once you will select an image, you have to click this open option. Then your image will be processed, and after completing the process, your image will be visible in here. Okay, so you can take a look over here. Here is my profile image. Let me tell you one thing about the image. Please try to provide your real image, because Fiverr always prefer to have your actual or real image. So using of a real image, that's a good practice. So instead of providing some kind of logo or some kind of other image, you must have to put the real image of yours. Okay. So now let's take a look in our dashboard, and for moving on dashboard, you can take a look over here at right side, at top right side. Here is an image, and you have to click on that image, and then you will get this dashboard option. So let me click on this dashboard option, then it will redirect you to your dashboard, and you can take a look over here. Our profile is not completed yet, so we have to update our entire profile. You can take a look over here. To do, I have to complete more 3 things. Likewise, at the first, it seems your user profile is incomplete. You have to edit it. Then you can start selling in 5 minutes. And the final one is you haven't set the security question. So we have 3 more things to do. So let's start with the third one. Because once you will complete to create a gigs, then your profile will be ready. But before creating a gigs, I want to set the security question. So you can take a look. Here is an option called set now. So I am clicking on this set now option. Then it will redirect me in a new page, and here I have to set up my security. So in this page, you can change your password, but I don't need to change the password, because I just signed up this account and I don't want to change the password right now. If I need, I can change it later. But we have to do 3 things in here. At first, we need to verify our phone number. So here is the option called phone verification. Then we have to set a security question, and finally we have to turn on the 2-factor authentication. So let's start with the phone verification, and here is the option of phone verification. And at right side, you can take a look over here. Here is the option called verify now. So let me click on this verify now button. Then a pop-up will appear, and you have to put your country. Basically, it will automatically redirect you to your country, because your IP address will address your country. So as my country, you can take a look over here. Here is my country, and then you have to put your phone number. So once you will put your phone number, then you will have 2 options. That is the verification by SMS or verification by call. So I want to go with the verification of SMS. So once you click the verify by SMS, then the phone number you just put in here, you will receive a verification code, and you have to write that code in here. So let me click on this verify by SMS, and here is the second step. You will receive a verification code, and I just received my verification code, so I have to type that code in here. It's basically a 4-digit code. So let me type the code. So once you put the code, then you have to go for the submit code button. So let me click on this submit code button. Okay, you can take a look over here. Our phone number is successfully verified, and now we have to go for the security question. So once you will click in this OK option, it will automatically take you to the security question part. So let me click on this OK option, and you can take a look. Here is the option for adding the security question, and you can take a look. Here is a preset. And from here, you can select any kind of question from here. So let me click on this select question, and a drop down will be appeared. So you can pick any question from here. Likewise, I want to go for the name of my elementary school, and in the answer field, you have to type the answer. So you must have to remember this answer and the name of the question, because it is important. If your account get locked, in that case your security question will help you to unlock your account. So you can save the question and the answer in some secure places. Okay. The next part is two-factor authentication. This is one of the good practice for keeping your account secured. So when you will use this two-factor authentication, you will receive a SMS to your phone with a code, and using that code you have to log in on your account, and this process is very secure for keeping your account safe. So if you want to turn this on, you can turn on from here. So you just have to turn on this button, and you can take a look over here. It's recommended. Okay, so let's get back to our dashboard. And now you can take a look. We had 3 issues to do, but right now we have 2 more things to complete our profile. You can take a look over here. Your user profile is incomplete, and you can start selling in 5 minutes. So once you will complete your seller profile, then you will be able to create a gigs. So we have to complete 2 more things. That is, we have to complete our seller profile, and then we have to create a gigs. Then our complete will be ready. So for creating a seller profile, or for completing the seller profile, you have to go for the start selling option. You can take a look over here. We have a green button, and in this button you can take a look. It's written here start selling. So you must have to click on this start selling button. Then it will take you or redirect you in a new page, and you can take a look over here that we have an option that is called become a seller. So you can ask me a question. I already clicked the become a seller, but what I did it before, let me explain you in details. And before, you just created a Fiverr profile, but now you have to go for the seller profile. So now you will start selling, and that's why you have to complete your seller profile, and that's why again you have to click on this become a seller. So let me click on this become a seller button. Then it will take you in another page, and you can take a look over here. Here is the written ready to start selling on Fiverr. So you just have to go for the continue option. So let me click on continue, and before continue, you can take a look. Here is the 3 point to follow. That is, learn what makes a successful profile. Second one is create your seller profile, and the third one is publish your gigs. So at first we have to complete your profile with your skills and all the others. Then you have to complete the seller profile, and finally you have to publish your gigs. Okay, so let's click the continue button. Okay, then it will take you in another page, and you can take a look over here what makes a successful Fiverr profile. So for creating a successful Fiverr profile, you have to ensure some things. Likewise, you have to link your professional networks. You have to describe your skills, and this skills will help you for getting the more work. And as I was saying, put a face on your name and upload a profile picture that clearly shows your face. So as I was saying, that using of a real profile picture, a real image of yours, that is a good practice. So this is the good tips for creating a successful profile in Fiverr. So we are going to click on this continue button. Now it will redirect you in another page. So this is one of the most important things you need to remember always. That is, you must have to provide the accurate information on Fiverr. You cannot provide the inaccurate information for your identity, and you cannot provide any kind of misleading information. So what you were, who you were, you have to provide the appropriate and accurate information. That's why I was saying that always provide your real name, always provide your legal name. So whatever information you are providing, you have to provide the accurate information. Then you have to follow the second things, that is you cannot open multiple account or duplicate account. You can create more gigs from your account, and once you will have the second level or level 1 or level 2, you will have the more option for creating more gigs. So from an account you can create a number of gigs, but if you want to create multiple accounts with the same name, please be sure your account will be terminated. So do not try to create a multiple account. So you just have to open one account from your one real identity. So do not practice or do not try to create multiple account. And remember one thing, one account is good enough for earning a lot. Okay, the next thing is, don't try to pull up or don't try to bring your clients for taking payment outside of Fiverr. This is strongly prohibited. Suppose you got a work or one of your gigs got an order from a client, and you can think on yourself that is Fiverr is taking a charge from me, so why I will give the charge to Fiverr? If I can take the payment outside of Fiverr from the client, so I don't need to provide the fees to Fiverr. This is totally prohibited, and this is totally restricted. You cannot take any kind of payment of your gigs outside of Fiverr. Fiverr will settle down your payment. So you must have to use Fiverr for accepting the payments, and you cannot communicate with the buyer outside of Fiverr. So you must have to follow these things, and you must have to keep on your mind these things for keeping your account safe and working long term in Fiverr. Okay, then we are going to click continue, and once we will click continue, it will take us in our personal information page. So as I was saying, this is our seller profile, so you must have to put the valid name in here. Okay, so let's start the process. Let's start with the full name. As I was saying, you must have to provide the valid name, so let me type the name here. Okay, then here is my profile picture, and as I was saying, please upload the actual picture of yours. Okay, then we will move on description part. This is the description I written before, and if you want to modify or if you want to change, you can change it from here. So here is just a draft description about me and what you are doing, in which section you are an expert. So you can write a short brief about you in here. Okay, then here is the language part. So English is the basic or default language, and along with English you can add some more languages. So here all the things looks good, so now we can move on continue. So let me click on continue. Okay, here is the most important part, that is your occupation and the professional information. So you can add any kind of occupation in here, but remember one thing, so whatever you are going to put on your occupation, please provide the actual and the real information. So as this profile I'm creating as a graphics designer, that's why I want to put the graphics designer. So here is a drop down option in other menu, so let me click on here, and then you have to put the years from till to. So you can add your working experience, or you can working your past experience where you were working as a graphics designer. So you can put any year that you worked for from to till now. Okay, so you can put the information in here. So let me select one. Okay, then you have to choose the best skill in graphics design that's your expert. So I can go for the logo design, t-shirt, merchandise, Photoshop editing. So you can pick 2 or 5. I mean minimum 2 skill from here and maximum 5 skills. So I can go with the 3, or you can add more, but depend on your expertism, you can choose from here. So and then we will get skills option. So here is the skills I used while I was signing up this account, and here is the skill. So I used logo design, background removal, photo editing, graphics design, and Adobe Photoshop. So client can take a look in my skill. So I am expert in this 5 skill, or you can choose, or you can add some more, or you can get some suggestion from here. So you can add or customize the skill, and depend on your skill, you may know in which area you are expert in. So I put 5 skill over here. Then we have to move on education. Okay, so I want to put the education details in here. So at first I have to select my country, which country I belongs to. Then I have to go with my university name. Okay, then I have to type my title of a subject. And then I have to go with the year of my education. Okay, so once it is done, you just have to click the add option, and then you will get certification option, and I added Adobe certified, and here is the details information, here is the years, and then you will get the personal website. So if you want to put a personal website of your portfolio, you can post, or you can place the link of your website in here. So let me place one. So once you are done, you just have to hit the continue button. So let me click on continue. Now time for linking account. So till yet I did not added or linked any social account. So I want to add the Facebook account with this Fiverr account. So that's why you have to click on this connect option on Facebook. Then a pop-up will appear, and you have to type the credential of Facebook. So let me type Facebook email address and password, and then you have to log in on your Facebook account. Okay, then it will ask you for providing the permission for linking this Facebook account with Fiverr account. So you have to click continue. Okay, cool. Now you can take a look over here. The Facebook, we got the verified tick mark in here. And in the right side, you can take a look our Facebook button, it shows connected. So as like Facebook, you can connect Google or Twitter account with the Fiverr account. Okay. Next things is Vimeo or a Dribble connection. Actually, these two things are associated with the professional preference. So if you have any graphical portfolio, in that case, you can connect your Dribble account. Or if you have some video portfolio, in that case, you can connect the Vimeo account. Okay, so if you want to connect, you can connect as the same process of connecting the Facebook account with the Fiverr. And then you just have to go with the continue button. Okay, then we will move to the account and security option, and you can take a look over here. My email is verified. Here is a sign, and here is the phone number. It's also verified. So once all the things are complete, you just have to click the finish button. So let me click on finish button. Okay, you can take a look over here. Here is an icon of crown, and you can take a look over here. It's written all done. So we have to go with the finish button once again in here. Okay, so once you will click on finish, it will redirect you to the gigs section. That means now you are able to create gigs, and here is the field. So here is the option for creating the gigs, and now we will create a gig. Okay. Okay, so let's start the process for creating the gigs. But before creating the gigs, you have to know what is gigs. Actually, gigs is your product that you are going to sell to your client, or with the gigs, you are going to provide the service to the client. That means gigs simply is a service or product. So you must have to explain through the gigs to the client that what type of service or what product you are going to sell to the client. And that's why, remember one thing, title of gigs is really very important. You must have to make clear with your title what type of service you are going to provide. And that's why title is important. Please make sure you are going to create a simple title, but in the title, there is a clear voice that you are going to sell this type of product, or you are going to provide this type of service. So as this Fiverr account I just created for the graphics designers, so that's why I want to create new gig right now for creating a logo design. That means I will design a logo for client, and I will sell these gigs to the clients. And that's why I'm going to use the logo design title. So let's start the process from the beginning. So let me start with the title. Okay, so I want to write, I will design a professional logo. You don't need to write I will, because I will, this text automatically provided by Fiverr. So after I will, you just have to type the text. So here I just written, I will design a professional logo. Okay, and you can take a look over here. There is a text called just perfect. And remember one thing, the length of the word is 80. So you can keep a long text for title, but I don't think that long text are very effective. So I am going to use this simple text. I will design a professional logo. That means I will complete, or I will provide professional logo design. So here is my statement is clear that this gigs is only for professional logo. Okay, fine. Then we will go for the category option. So when you will type the title of gig, Fiverr will provide you some default or suggested categories, and you can take a look over here. Here is some suggested categories, so you can pick from here if you think the category is perfect for your gigs. So I want to pick a suggested gigs or suggested category for my gigs from here, from the suggested category. Likewise, I want to pick this one, graphics and design, and from there logo design. Okay, cool. The next word is gig metadata. Gig metadata, what is that? Actually, you will not get same kind of field for every gigs, because I am creating a graphics design, a logo design of gigs in here. That's why it's providing me the similar or the necessary field for the graphics part. But if you are looking for providing some kind of web development or server solution or some kind of creating some blogs or articles, in that case you will not have the same field, because at that moment when you will develop a website, at that moment you will find a different metadata. That means what type of website you are going to create. Is it in PHP or is it in WordPress, or it could be in Python? So you have to clarify and you have to select the specific metadata. Likewise, if you are going to create a gig for the article writing, in that case you will have different type of metadata. So according to your gigs or according to your service providing section, you must have to select the proper metadata. Okay, so as I am creating a gigs for creating a professional logo, that's why from the metadata I want to go with the flat or minimalist metadata. And if you think that you will provide these things by 3D metadata, or if you want to go for the vintage metadata, you can select from here. But I don't want to go with the 3D or vintage or mascot. I want to go with the flat or minimalist. So let me select the flat or minimalist as my metadata. And actually these things are called the style of your logo design. So what type of style you are going to provide while you are going to do a logo design. So you have to select from here. Okay. Then we will get file format. In here, in file format, you have to select the format you will provide to your clients, or in which format you are going to provide the files to your client. If you work in Adobe Illustrator, in that case you have to select this AI. That means this is the extension of Adobe Illustrator. So if you are going to provide the file output in Adobe Illustrator AI format, or in JPEG format, or in Photoshop or PSD format, you can pick from here. Okay, so in here you have to select the type of file. Then we will go for the search tags. This is really very important. So what is search tags? Search tags is some kind of keyword. If you are familiar with search engine optimization or SEO, then you may know the use of these tags. Search tags is a kind of tags, and you can use maximum 5 tags in here. That means when someone will search on your gigs, and if you have the wording search tag, and if the tag match with the searching gigs, in that case your gig will be appeared to the search result. That's why you have to keep the similar or necessary or relative search tags in here. So as these gigs are creating for logo design, so that's why I want to add 5 search tag in here. So let me type a 5 search tag. Okay, so here is my 5 tag: custom logo, design logo, company logo, professional logo, and Photoshop logo. So if someone will search using this keyword while searching a gigs, in that case your gig will be on search result on Fiverr. That's why this search tag is really very important. So once you are done, you have to click save and continue. So let me click save and continue. Okay, now we are moved in an important part, that is the package and pricing. This is really very important. Remember one thing, pricing is one of the most important things in Fiverr for getting orders from client. And you can take a look over here. Here is 3 type of packages options are available: basic, standard, and premium. So you can select 3 type of service from here, or you can categorize 3 type of service. Likewise, in basic you will just provide a design only, and for standard you will provide design, raw file, and PSD file. As well as for the premium you will provide not a single design. Suppose in standard option you are going to provide a single design, but in premium option you are going to provide multiple design. As well as you are going to just provide a PSD output file for standard package, but in premium package you are going to provide PSD file, AI file, and raw file. That means with premium package client will get more benefits. In standard package client will get mid-level benefit, and for the basic package client will get the basic benefits. Likewise, just a design only. So for 3 type of package you can set 3 type of prices. Likewise, for basic you can go for the $5, for standard you can go for the $10, for premium you can go for the $15. This is just an example. Okay, so let me type 3 type of package name. For the basic I will go for basic. For the standard I will write likewise the mid, and for the premium I want to write professional. That means I'm going to provide 3 type of package: basic, mid, and professional. Okay, so then you have to describe in here that for the basic what function you will get. I mean what function client will receive, or what service client will receive from you. So for basic, client will receive just a design only. For the standard, client will receive design, raw file, and PSD. For the professional or for the premium, client will receive multiple design, raw file, Photoshop, and AI file. Okay, cool. So here is the differentiate between the basic, standard, and premium packages. I hope it's clear right now for you. And then you have to go for the time of delivery. For the basic, you have to set the delivery time. For the basic, you will deliver these things within 1 day. For the standard, you will deliver this entire task or complete task within 2 days. Or for the premium or for the professional, you will provide this task, or you will complete this task within 3 days. Then another perk will appear, that is revision. So you have to select how many revision you are going to provide for the basic package. So for the basic package, I want to go for the 1 revisions. For the standard package, I want to go for the 3 revisions. And for the professional package, I want to go for the unlimited revisions. So you must have to ensure these things of the revision for each package. Then you will have the option of the number of initial concept includes. So for the basic, I want to go for the 1 initial concept. For the standard, I will go for 3, and for the professional, I will go for 5. Okay, then you will get different type of option, likewise a source file, logo transparency, high resolution, 3D mockup, stationery design, social media kit, vector files. So you have to select from here for the basic package which facility you will provide from here, for the standard package which facility you will provide from here, and for the professional which facilities you will provide from here. So you just have to tick mark in that box. So I hope you are clear right now, the differentiate between the 3 type of package. And now the most important part, that is price. Now we have to set the price. Remember one thing, this is just my opinion. Always start for the lowest price for the basic, because the customers, your customers or your clients, always they will look up for the cheap price with a good service. And remember one thing, the basic price always appeared on your gigs on the search result. That's why the basic price is really very important. If you provide $5 for basic price, that $5 will be appeared to your gigs. If you provide $25 as your professional or premium package gigs, that $25 package will not be available or not be visible to the client instantly, because the basic price always shows on the gigs result. That's why I want to write $5 for my basic package, $10 for my standard package, and $25 for my professional or premium package. But this $25 and $10 will not be visible to my main search result. When some of my clients open my gigs, then they will be able to check I have some more options along with $5. For $10, I am providing this kind of support. For $25, I am providing this kind of support. But the basic price always shows your gigs values. So that's why, remember one thing, the price selection for the basic is really important, and always try to keep low price for your basic package. Okay. The next word is extra fast delivery. If someone of your client asks you that I need these things rapidly, suppose our professional package, the delivery time of this package is 3 days, but someone of your client, he purchased the premium or professional package from you, but that client need the output or need the complete of task within 1 day. In that case, what you will do? In that case, you can have some extra dollar, or you can earn some extra dollar, and that things you have to select from this field. So for premium package, I want to deliver within 1 day instead of 3 days, and that's why I will charge more extra $10. That means the entire cost of my gigs will be $35, because the regular price is $25, and for rapid delivery or for within a 1 day's delivery, you will charge more $10. So this is some option. You can put the same things for the standard. And I think the basic is not suitable for this extra fast delivery, because I placed a basic delivery for within 1 day. That's why you can set on your needs or on your preference. Okay. Then what you will get additional revision, additional logo concept, 3D mockups. So here is some multiple option for providing different type of service. Like if you want to keep the option for additional revision, you can keep in here. If you want to keep additional logo concept, source files, 3D mockup, stationery design, social media kit, vector files, you can add this option. And along with that, you can add some extra money. But depend on your service. If you want to provide the extra vector file, in that case you want to take more $10 for these gigs, you can add these things. Or if you don't want to add these things on your gig, you can skip it. You just have to uncheck these things on here. In that case, these function or facilities will not available on your gigs. And if you want to keep, you just have to check the box and you have to fill the field. Okay, so once you are done, you just have to click on continue option. Once you will click continue, it will redirect you to the description page. This is one of the most important part in creating gigs. In here, you will be able to briefly describe about your gig. That means you can elaborate to the client what type of service you are going to provide. And in here, you must have to ensure one thing, that is why people will hire you or why people will buy your gigs. You have to always mention that why me and what type of service are you going to provide through these gigs. So that's why put your best effort for writing the description in here. So I copied some text and I saved to my notepad. So I'm pasting in here. Okay. So here is the details. So I mentioned why me. So you must have to follow the same things. I'm not telling you to follow the same things, but this is a good practice, because if you can ensure that you are eligible or you have the qualification for fulfill the requirement of your client, in that case, it will make your chance higher to get more sale for your gigs. Okay. The next part is FAQ, or frequently asked questions. You can add more FAQ in here. Likewise, you need to know, or client need to know, that what will be the part after placing the order of gigs. So how you will receive the client's requirement. So if the client do not contact with you, or if the client don't want to contact with you before placing the gig, or if all the answers are provided in here, you can add all the question and answer in here, and it's really a good practice. Likewise, I want to add an example for you, like what information client need to provide for designing a logo. So this is the question. So you just have to write the question, and along with you have to type the answer in here. So here is the question, and here is the answer. So you can add multiple question and answer, and it will make your client's task easier. So once you are done, you just have to click on this add option. Okay, so once you are complete the adding of FAQ, then you must have to click the save and continue option. So let me click save and continue. Okay, then it will forward us in the requirements page. So in here you have to put the information that you need from the buyer for starting your task. Likewise, this is the logo design gigs, and in that case, what you need from the client, you have to mention these things in here. Likewise, you need the design of logo, or some kind of a pencil sketch, or the information of height, width, or it can be circle, the color of logo. These all things you need for starting the task. and these things you can mention in here. Okay, likewise, let me write information of logo. That means I will design the logo, but I need all the information of logo that's I will receive from the client, and in which format I will get it. I can select it from free text format. Okay, so now I have to click this add option, and along with that you can add multiple questions for the clients or for the buyers, and once the question adding is done, you just have to hit the save and continue button. Okay, we're almost done, and this is one of the most important part, because in here you have to add the image or videos for your gigs. Remember one thing: first impression looks at last impression. So your gigs have a good thumbnail. You can use the video file for attracting the buyers, or you can use just some kind of image, and along with the image you can add some portfolio image that's you done before. So you can add the images up to 3 files, as well as you can add the videos, and the range of the video is not more than 75 seconds, and you can add the videos on your showcase. Okay, so I want to add some images in here, and for adding the image you just have to click on this browse option. So as this is a gigs of logo design, so I want to put a logo mockup in here, and not only one, I want to go for the 3 logo mockup in here. So let me pick in here. Okay, fine. Okay, now if you decide to upload a video file for your showcase in your gigs, you can add it, and along with that, if you want to add any kind of a PDF file, you can add the PDF file in here. And using the PDF file or using the video file is really a good practice. Okay, so once you are done, you have to agree the term of service of Fiverr. So in that case, you have to tick mark the term of service, and then you have to click the save and continue button. Okay, so here we are almost there. The one thing is left, that is the WH or VAT or tax form. So if you were a person from United States, in that case you have to provide the different format of tax, as well as if you are not a person of United States, or if you are not living, or if you are living outside of United States, in that case you have to select from here. If you are not living in United States, in that case you have to click on no option, or if you are living in United States, in that case you have to click on yes option. So I'm not living in United States, so I'm clicking no, and then you have to click the save option. And here is the pop-up, and it shows that we have to fill out the W9 form for the tax option, for the tax details information, but you can update these things on later. So I am closing it right now. Now time for the final task. Here is the option for publish gigs. So let me click the publish gigs. Wow, finally we did it, and here is the option. You did it, your gig is live now. So this is very simple process for creating the gigs Okay, so we just published a new gigs, but till yet we didn't know how it's look like. So we need to take a look how the gigs is look like in Fiverr.com. So let me open the gigs in a new tab. Okay, so here is the gigs. Here is my title. I will design a professional logo, and you can take a look over here. Here is the images. Here is the 3 image that I used for, and here is the description of my gigs. Here is the type of style. Here is about the seller, and here is the packages of compare. So you can compare the packages, and here is the prices as well: $5, $10, and $25, and what facilities you will get, or the customer will get, or the client will get from you for $25 package, $10 package, as well as $5 package. And if you take a look in right side, here is the basic prices. Here is the basic prices, and you can call at a glance. So here is the basic, here is the standard, and here is the premium. Okay, so our gig just published, and it's live in Fiverr.com right now. So right now you know how to publish a new gig. Welcome once again, and this is the time for learning active orders. So when you will log in your Fiverr account, then you will have your dashboard first, and you can take a look. This is my dashboard, and at the top of your dashboard you will have a bar that's called active orders bar. So here is my active orders bar, and you can take a look. Right now I have 1 active orders, and the value of my order is $475, and here is the details of my active order. So let me explain you. You can take a look. This is the name of my client or name of my buyer. Here is the value of my order, that is $475. Here is the time frame, and I have more 9 days and 16 hours to complete this task. And here is the option of status of order, and you can take a look. It's showing in progress. Okay, so this is the summary of my order, and let's take a look inside, and let's take a look in details about my order. So let me click on this view menu. Okay, so you can take a look. Here is the option of my active orders, and you can take a look here that 5th milestone started. Okay, so what is milestone? Let me explain you first about the milestone. Milestone, that is, client is going to pay advance, or client is going to pay the money for your task before complete the task, but you won't be able to take that money without completing your task. So client is providing the money, and that's money is going to be preserved to the Fiverr authority, and you have to do your work. And when you are going to create a milestone, that means client already paid for your task, but you won't be able to get the money without complete the work. So you must have to complete the work, and then you will get the money. So when you are going to create a milestone, and when your buyer or when your client is accepting the milestone, that means he already paid for your task, but you are not going to get the money before completing the task, and that the money will reserve to Fiverr.com. And when you are going to complete the task and your task is accepted by the client or buyer, then you have to click on deliver now, and you have to submit the task. And when buyer or client will accept your task, then you will able to get the money. Okay, So milestone is definitely a safe process for working on Fiverr, and I always prefer milestone for completing the task. Okay, so let's take a look in details how this project is working. So you can take a look in here that fifth milestone started. That means I have created 5 milestone, and the value for each milestone is $95. Okay, so you can take a look. Here is the summary of this order, and here my client placed the order and order is started. So I created 5 milestone, and here is the $95 value for the first milestone. So once I'm going to complete the first milestone task, then I will get $95. And once I complete the first milestone and once my task is accepted by the client, then I will be able to start the second milestone. So I submitted successfully my first milestone, and my first milestone task is successfully accepted by the client, and that's why here is the green tick mark. And once it's complete, I started my second milestone and I have the value $95 for second milestone. Okay, then here is the third one, here is the fourth one. So my first, second, third and fourth milestone successfully delivered, and that fourth task is successfully accepted by the client. And now I am working on my fifth milestone, and I have the same value for my fifth milestone. So once I will complete this task and once my task will be accepted by my client, then I will be able to deliver this task. And you can take a look in here. Here is the clock, and this clock is for your order clock. That is, as I was saying, that I have more 9 days and 16 hours to complete the task, and here is the clock, and you can take a look. The second is decreasing. That means you have more 9 days, 16 hours and 4 minutes, and you can take a look. Right now it's showing in 3 minutes and the seconds are reducing. Okay, so this clock is working as a reminder, so you must have to follow. And once you complete the task, then you just have to hit the deliver now option, and when you are going to click the deliver now, then you will be able to complete the task. Let me show you one thing, that is that quick response. And you can take a look. We have a field for quick response, so you can use this message option for communicate with the buyer instead of direct chatting option in the dashboard. And this quick response is really very effective for communicating with the buyers, because this is your order communication system. So when you are going to get an order, then you have to communicate through this Gigs communication system, and all the communication will remain inside your order details. Okay, so you can take a look. One more thing, that is, have any issue with your order, visit Resolution Center. If you face any problem during your order, and if the buyer have some issue, or if you have some issue with the buyer, then you can use this Resolution Center option. So let me open this Resolution Center. Okay, so here are some options about your task. So the first option is extend the delivery time. When your order will be started, you must have a time frame, that is, you must have to complete your task within this time frame. And somehow, if somehow you need more time, then you can use this extend the delivery time option. So in that case, you have to communicate with your buyer and you have to discuss with your buyer, and then you can use this extend the delivery time option for increasing the time. But your buyer must to accept this extend the delivery time option, otherwise this system is not going to work for you. So you must have to have a mutual discussion, and when your buyer is going to accept this request, then the task of your project will be increase or extend. Okay, so if you have any issue with your order that you need to modify or you need to change something else in your order, then you have to use this modify the order. Suppose you just started a web development project and that project is settled down for $500, and you just started working and your client asks some more feature, and that more feature needs some extra money. So you must have to increase the project or gigs budget or the task budget. So you have to modify the order. So for increasing the budget, for increasing the task details, or for increasing or changing or modifying for anything else about your task, you have to use this modify the order option. And the third one is ask the buyer to cancel this order. Suppose you got an order from your buyer and you were unable to complete this task, or you were unable to do this task. In that case, what you will do? In that case, you can use this ask the buyer to cancel this order. And if you use this option, then it will help you to prevent of falling your profile score. So if you are unable to continue the task of your buyer, then you can use this ask the buyer to cancel this order option. Okay, so this is the resolution center about your task. So if you have any issue regarding the task, you must have to use this resolution center. Okay, so let's get back to our order page once again. Okay, so now I will show you how to deliver an order. Okay, so I'm going to deliver this order, and you can have an idea. You have to click this deliver now option for delivering the order. So let me click deliver now option. Okay, so here you have to type the details about your task and what you've done, and you can write the description about the delivery in here, and you have 2,500 word limit, and within this 2,500 word limit you have to describe about your task. And if you want to upload any file with this delivery, then you can use this upload work option, and maximum 1 gigabyte or 1 GB file is allowed to upload for delivery. Okay, so let me type details about my task. So here I have written that here is the 5th task, please get it from Google Drive, and here is the link, and I have placed a Google Drive link so my client can download his task from this Google Drive. I am using here Google Drive because Fiverr only allowed 1 gigabyte for uploading the task, but my task size is more than 3 GB, so that's why I used Google Drive for delivering my task. So if you have any issue about the size of your file, in that case Google Drive or OneDrive or Dropbox is one of the good option. Okay, so here is the description of my task, and now I have to click this deliver, or if you want to deliver it later, in that case you can use this save draft option. So if you use the save draft, then your message and your uploaded task will remain as a draft, but I'm going to deliver the task right now. So let me hit the deliver option. So I'm going to click this deliver option, and here is a pop-up for confirmation, that is, hey, just making sure you did not forget to attach a file with your final work, proof of its completion, or shipping information. Would you like to continue without it? As I was saying that I didn't use or I didn't upload any file in here because my file size is 3 GB and Fiverr is allowing only 1 GB for uploading the task, and that's why this warning message is appearing that I didn't attach anything else, and they just want a confirmation from me, and I'm clicking confirm that without uploading any file I'm just delivering my task because I already placed a Google Drive link inside the description. So let me hit the confirm button, and you can take a look. My task is going to be delivered. Okay, cool. You can take a look. I don't have the watch anymore because I delivered my 5th task, and you can take a look. Here is the message, that is, your deliver is on its way. So here is the name of buyer has 8 days to review and accept your delivery, or order will be automatically marked as complete. So my client will get more 8 days to check my task, and within these 8 days my client or my buyer have to ensure about my task, and within these 8 days if my buyer have any issue, he can talk with me, or he can ask me for some changes. But after 8 days, if my buyer not ask anything for change, and if these things remain in this way, then this order will be automatically completed. Okay, so you don't have to worry about if your buyer not ask you within 8 days for changing anything else. This task will be automatically marked as complete. So this is the message, and let's take a look on summary once again. So here is the 5th milestone status, that is just I delivered the order, and here is the description about my order. So once my client will accept the deliver, my earning or my payment will be deposited on my account. But one more thing you need to know, that when your client or when your buyer will release your payment, the payment will not be added automatically at your account instantly, because you have to wait 14 days, and after 14 days the payment will be added on your account. And I'm going to show you about the details of payment in another lesson about the payment, and I'm going to show you about the details about the payment, how the buyer's payments are going to added inside your account, or how you will withdraw the money that buyer is paying for your task, how you're going to withdraw that money. I'm going to tell you in details in our payment lesson. Okay, so I just successfully delivered this order, and I have to wait for my buyer confirmation. And somehow if you forget to deliver anything else, or any component or any element or anything else, if you forget to deliver, then you can use this deliver again option. So when you are going to use this deliver again option, then you will be able to deliver your left things, so you don't have to worry about. So if you missed anything, you just have to use this deliver again option. In that case, you will have another chance to deliver your left things. So here is the summary, that first milestone completed, second milestone completed, third milestone completed, fourth milestone completed, and here is the fifth milestone I just delivered. So Fiverr really have an amazing system for completing the task in step by step, and I always prefer for milestone. And if you work with milestone, then you can work without any hassle. You don't have to worry about the payment. And one of the major benefits for working with the milestone, that is, if you work in a long-term project or in a big project that's required more than 15 days or 30 days, then you should have to use the milestone, because you are going to take the money part by part. You are not going to take the money at once. And somehow, if you have any misunderstanding with the buyer, in that case you are going to lose the entire money. And when you are going to complete the first milestone, then you are going to get the payment for the first task. And you can take a look that for the first milestone, I placed 15 days, that within 15 days I will complete my first milestone, and for the first milestone I'm going to charge $95 for my first milestone to my buyer. And for second milestone I charged $95 from my buyer, and I used 15 days to complete this second milestone. Actually, the task I worked for second milestone, that really required 7 days to complete, but I used 15 days, because if I need some more time, so I can get the extra time, and in that case I don't have to ask to my buyer for extend the timeline. That's why you must have to do this practice, and this is really a good practice for using some extra days with your milestone. And if you use some more days, that is not essential, but you must have to keep some more days on your order. So if you think that you can complete your task within 7 days, always you have to put minimum 13 to 14 days to complete. And when you will use that extra days in your order, in that case, if your buyer asks some changes, or if you have some issue for completing the task within the delivery, if you are unable to complete the task within your time frame, these extra days will help you out. As I was saying, that the actual task for this second milestone wasn't more than 7 days, but I placed 15 days. I kept 7 days in my hand. So this is really a good practice. And when you will work with the first milestone, you cannot start the fourth or fifth or third milestone. You have to successfully deliver the first one, then your client will start the second milestone, then you will be able to start for the second one. And when you will complete the second one, your buyer will accept it, and when your buyer will start the third one, then you will be able to start for the third one. But if you want to take the payment at once, in that case you can use the direct payment method. So this is one of the hassle-free things. If your task is smaller, like if your gigs order is for $5 or $15 or $70 or $100, in that case you can take the direct payment. So you don't have to go through the milestone for step-by-step work. So when your task will be completed, you just have to deliver the entire task at once, and you will get the payment at once. But As this task was more than $100, the total value of this task is $475. That's why I used 5 different milestones. So you must have to follow these things. If your order is smaller, then you can take a direct payment, or if your task is big and if your task is lengthy, in that case you can use the milestone. So you have 2 options for getting paid: direct payment and milestone payment. For a small amount of money you can use direct payment, and for a long project, for a big project, or I prefer if you have any order more than $200, in that case you can use the milestone. And using the milestone, really it's a good practice. Okay, dear friends, dear students, I just successfully delivered my orders, and you can take a look. My first milestone is successfully accepted by my client, as well as second, third, fourth. So all my first, second, third and fourth milestone is successfully accepted by my client, and I am expecting that my fifth and the final milestone, or my final task, will be accepted by my client. So this is the process how you will deliver your task, and I'm pretty sure now you know how to deliver the task. And if you want to send a private note, in that case you can use this add note option, and this note will be visible only to you. Okay, so this is for the reminder that for the during of task, if you want to keep some notes, you can use this add note option. This notes is not going to visible to your buyer. This notes is only remain visible to you. So for private note you can use this option. So dear friends, dear students, now you know how to deliver the task, and now you have the idea about the milestone payment and direct payment. Hi, right now we are going to learn about the payment system or earning system of Fiverr.com. And you can take a look in my dashboard. It's changed the status, that is awaiting for response. So now I have to wait for my buyer response, and you can take a look. The status is changed because it was showing in progress and now it's showing delivered. Okay, so now we're going to learn about the payment and earnings, and for details of your earnings you have to click earnings. So here is the earnings option. So let me click this earnings option or earnings menu. So this is our earnings page, and here is the status of my earnings, and here is the information for net income. That is, till yet I earned $944 from Fiverr.com, and this is my states. Let me tell you one thing. I got tons of requests from my students for creating a Fiverr course, and nowadays it's have a very high demand, and that's why last 3 months I did study about the Fiverr.com, and last 3 months ago I created my profile in Fiverr.com, and after 1 month of creation of my profile I have started for receiving inquiries, and this is the status of my last 2-month income. To be honest, that $944 I earned from Fiverr.com in last 2 months, until yet I withdrawn $640, and I have a pending clearance, that is $304. I have a pending clearance, and this is the pending clearance of my last task, and the milestone task I was working, and here is the pending clearance, and you can take a look. I have pending clearance for $304 because this $304 I earned from the 4 milestone, and I just delivered my 5th milestone, and that's not accepted till yet by the client. That's why it's showing $304. But when I'm going to get the acceptance from my client, then rest $95 will be added in here. Actually, from $95 you are not going to get the entire $95. You will get $76 from the $95. I charge $95 to client and I received $76. Here you can take a look that I received $76. Do you know why? The rest of the amount was the charge of Fiverr.com. So I charged to client $95, but I received $76. That $19 was the charge of Fiverr.com. That means Fiverr.com will take 20% commission from you. So when you are going to create your first Fiverr account, then you have to pay 20% commission from your side to Fiverr.com. So here is the evidence, and as we were discussing in our active orders lesson, that I successfully delivered 4 delivery, and for each milestone I had $95 orders. So here is my 4 deliveries details. That is, you can take a look at funds pending clearance. I have 4 pending clearance, and each clearance is for $76. So that means from $95 I received $76, and that $19 or 20% commission is taken by Fiverr.com. So you must have to provide the commission to Fiverr.com. And you can take a look that my first milestone payments is not cleared yet. My first milestone payment will be cleared at July 24. Fiverr always taking 14 days for pending clearance. So if your buyer release the payment at the first of the month, then you will receive that payment after 14 days. So you are going to receive that payment at 14th of the month. These 14 days your fund will remain as a pending clearance. So you can take a look. My first milestone payment will be cleared at 24th July. I completed my first milestone task at 10th July, and my client released my payment at 10th July. But till yet this fund is not added to my account, because at 10th July I delivered my first milestone. My buyer released the first milestone payment, but till yet the money is not added to my account. Now it's showing that at 24th July my fund will be cleared, and when my fund will be cleared, then my cleared fund will be added for available withdrawal. So once your fund get cleared, then the money will be added for the withdraw. So till yet I have $0 for withdrawing, because till yet my fund is not cleared. So you can take a look. My second milestone will be released at July 26. My third milestone will be released at July 28, and my fourth milestone will be released at August 1st, and my final and 5th milestone payment is not added in here because that task is not accepted till yet by my buyer. So when my buyer is going to accept that task, then I will be able to watch my final and fifth milestone in here, and then my fifth and final payment will be added in here for fund pending clearance. So you can take a look. My first milestone payment is very close for pending clearance, and I hope within tomorrow my fund will be available for withdraw, and I'm going to watch the amount for available for withdrawal table. So I have to wait for 1 more days, and once it will be added, I will show you once again. Now we will discuss about the method of withdrawal, in which method you can withdraw the money from Fiverr.com. We are going to discuss right now about the withdrawal process. Hello everyone, welcome back once again, and now we are going to discuss about the Fiverr payment method. Okay, so this is the last status of my account, and till yet I earned $1,380 after creating my account. And I think for creating this course, actually I create this account for creating this course, and that's why I have to show you something real that I really earned, and that's why I worked for 2 or 3 projects, and I earned this amount of money from Fiverr, and I think it's really good. Okay, so now we will discuss how to withdraw money from the Fiverr. So in our last lesson we learned about the available balance for clearance of withdrawal, but now we need to know the process of withdrawal. You can withdraw money from Fiverr in 3 different ways. The first one is PayPal, bank transfer, and Fiverr revenue card. But nowadays most popular method are PayPal account and bank transfer. So if you want to get the instant payment once your funds are available for withdrawal, in that case you can use this PayPal option, and you can use this PayPal for instant withdrawal. But if you want to go through the bank transfer, in that case it will take some more days, because you cannot withdraw the fund or you cannot receive the fund on your hand within a days if you use this bank transfer method. So I think PayPal is the best option for withdrawing the money, or if you don't have PayPal on your country, in that case you can use this bank transfer option, or you can use this Fiverr revenue card. If you use this Fiverr revenue card, in that case you will have another card, and with that card you will be able to withdraw the money from your local currency or in your local currency. Okay. Okay, right now we will learn how to communicate with the buyer. So if you were using your selling account, in that case you will not be able to communicate with your buyer on behalf of you. You will only be able to communicate with the buyer when you will have an order of your gigs. So where you will communicate, you have to log into your account in Fiverr.com. Then you have to turn on the selling account. Right now here is my seller account, and once you will log in on your seller account, and if you have any order, in that case you will receive the order in here. Here is the inbox, or here is the option of message. So you will receive the message from the client, and once you will receive the message from client, you will be able to take a look the message in here in your inbox. So this is how you will receive or communicate with the buyers. And one more thing, always try to communicate with the buyer using your order page instead of using this inbox. That's a good practice, because if you face any kind of dispute, in that case that order page communication will help you out to get rid of from dispute. So that's why it's a very good practice when you will use the order page for communication, for sending messages. In that case, that will be really helpful for you if you face any kind of dispute. So right now we will learn about the orders and rating fact. For getting more orders in your gigs in Fiverr, you must have a good rating on your gigs from the client. Rating are very important for getting work, because if your gigs have a good rating, or if you have the 5-star rating on your gigs, in that case you will get more orders. But if you not have the good rating, or if you don't have the good 5-star rating, in that case you will not be able to get more orders. So please try to maintain the good quality of work. Please try to keep the commitment with the client. In that case you will be able to receive a 5-star rating. So let me take you to the orders page. Here is the orders page. Okay, right now I don't have any active orders, but if you take a look the orders I completed and what rating I received from the client, I can show you in my completed tab. Okay, you can take a look over here. This task I have completed, and you can take a look in here. Here is my client list, and for rating, at right side in here you can take a look over here. Here is the rating. So at right side you will be able to take a look the rating I received from my client. So for every task I received 5-star rating from my client. So here is my task, and here is the rating for every task. Okay, so here is some another gigs, and here is the 5-star rating I received from my client. So these ratings are very important, as I was saying, and this rating will be visible to your gigs as well, because the buyer, they will write some kind of compliments for your gigs, and that compliments will be visible to every buyers, and these stars or these ratings will be visible to your gigs. Okay, so let me explain you in details about these things, because this is really very important. So right now I am inside my seller profile, but if you want to take service from the other seller, in that case you can do that very easily using the same account. So if you want to buy any other gigs from other seller, in that case you just have to go for this switch to buying option. So let me click on this switch to buying option, and now I will be able to order to gigs from the other seller. And here is the tabs. So what type of service you need. Basically Fiverr, they have most of the technical or tech related tab or category. So for graphics design, if you are looking for a logo design, in that case from graphics design tab you will get this logo design option. So let me click on here, and inside the logo design, here is the gigs. So you can take a look. These gigs have 5-star review, and this total gigs have 5-star review, and this gigs total received 43 rating. This is really amazing. And if you take a look at this one, this is more impressive. Likewise, these gigs have total 447 review, and these gigs constantly received 5-star review. So ultimately these gigs will receive more orders from the clients. And let me open these gigs. Okay, here is the gigs, and one more thing, you can take a look over here. 17 orders in queue. That means these gigs already have 17 orders. This is really amazing. And if you compare the prices between the basic, standard, and premium, for the basic, these gigs charge $150, and for standard it's charged $200, and for premium it's charged $250. So this is really amazing. Just for creating a logo, these gigs charge around $150 for the basic plans and more 17 orders in queue. This is really amazing, and you can take a look about the gigs and the review from the buyer. Okay, so here is, if you scroll down a little, and here is the information, or here is the review from the buyer. So 4 weeks ago, these gigs received a 5-star review from a buyer from United States. Likewise, the second one, it's also from United States. So most of the review, this gigs are received from the United States, and this review is just received just 3 days ago. So that means from these gigs, the seller is earning a lot. So you have to study and research more about the gigs. So before creating a gigs, you can get the idea how the top rated seller or a level 2 seller are, their gigs are working in a Fiverr. So let me tell you one thing about the level 2 seller, top rated seller. Fiverr have different type of levels. Let me open this gigs. Let me open this one. Okay, so this is also a gig, but this seller are not level 2 seller or not level 1 seller. You can consider this seller as a new seller because this seller not able to fulfill the requirement for getting the level 1 seller, and level 1 seller have different type of benefits. I'm going to show you in later. And in here for the second gigs, the seller is level 2 seller. That means this seller crossed the level 1, and then this seller came for the level 2 seller. So Fiverr have different type of levels. Okay, and here is the top rated seller. Actually, if you consider the level of Fiverr gigs, basically they are divided in 4 ways. The first one is the new seller or the basic level seller. Then you will have the level 1 seller. Okay, here is the one. So this one is the second stage seller, and for the second stage seller, it's called level 1 seller. So at first, the first level seller is, or the beginner level seller is new seller or the basic level, and they don't have any kind of badges like this one. And when you will have the secondary level, in that case you will receive this level 1 seller, and after you complete the level 1 seller, you will be able to move out to a level 2 seller. And once you complete the level 2 seller, you will be able to go with the top rated seller, and top rated seller are the most valuable seller in Fiverr. So when you will start your profile, you will have a basic level seller or beginner level seller. So from basic, if you want to move out to the level 1 seller, you must have to have at least 4.7 rating, and your account should not receive any kind of strike from the client, or your order should not be cancelled from the client. So your account should be the clean and fresh. So you must have to keep at least 4.7 rating. Your account at least have 10 orders. So when you will receive at least 10 orders successfully, you will be able to deliver to the client. Then you will be able to move out to the level 1 seller. So similar like that, for moving on level 2, they have some different type of rules, and for moving in top rated seller, they do have the different level of rules and regulation. Likewise, if you want to become a top rated seller in Fiverr, in that case you must have at least 100 order to complete. Once you will able to complete 100 orders without any kind of violation of term, in that case you will be able to receive the top rated seller badge. And this is really amazing. Once you will have the top rated seller badge on your gigs, you will receive a huge amount of order, and that is really awesome things in Fiverr. So that's why rating and review are very important for getting more orders in Fiverr. I hope you understand about the importance of rating. Hello everyone, welcome back, and now we are going to discuss about an important factor, that is the gigs marketing. If you take a look on Fiverr, there are tons of gigs are available, and most of the gigs they have in first page, they are with the highest rating, the number of rating, their top rated seller, level 2 seller. So how your gigs will get order? Because you just created a gigs, and if you are just a new seller, in that case you need to get the work, or you need to get the orders. And now we are going to discuss how you will do your gigs marketing for getting orders. So in my browser I opened a few tabs, and the first one is Facebook. Facebook can help you out for getting orders for your gigs. How Facebook can help you? You may know there are lots of groups are available in Facebook, so you can do marketing about your gigs on Facebook groups. There are tons of groups are available, but remember one thing: do not spam in Facebook groups for your gigs. In that case, people will have a bad impression about you and about your gigs. So promote your gigs in different groups in valid way. Along with groups, there are some features are available in Facebook, that is the promotion of your gigs. So you can promote your gigs, and you can create a Facebook page, and on your page you can post about your gigs, and you can boost that post, and in that case people will let know about your gigs. So if someone get interested on your gigs, then you may get an order. Along with Facebook page, you can share your gigs link on your personal account. So the number of friends you have on your friend list in your personal Facebook account, they will also know about your gigs. So from there someone can place an order. Okay, so in Facebook you can promote in different ways: the group, the page, the personal account, and along with the promotion. But promotion or boosting in Facebook, it will cost you. So at first you can go with the groups, you can go with your personal account. So these are the free methods. Okay, the next one is Twitter. So if you have a Twitter account, and if you have a number of followers, in that case Twitter can help you out for getting orders. You can share your gigs link on your personal profile, so your follower can get the knowledge that you have a gigs on Fiverr. Okay, the next one is YouTube. Nowadays YouTube is one of the good source for traffic. So if you know how to create a video, in that case you can get some more orders from your client or from the people. So in that case you can create a portfolio video, and along with the video you can put the gigs link on the description, and you can post the video. So if you have the number of videos in different categories or about in different gigs, in that case you will get some orders from YouTube, and that's a good practice because YouTube is a place for good source of traffic. Okay, the next one is LinkedIn. If you have number of connection in LinkedIn, in that case LinkedIn can help you out, because you can share the gigs, or you can share about your gigs to your connections. So if you have the good connection in LinkedIn, in that case LinkedIn can help you out for getting orders for your gigs. Okay, the next one is Reddit. This is one of the most popular site in United States. So if you are looking for traffic from United States, in that case you can use a Reddit for getting orders from United States. But if you want to use Reddit, you have to be careful, because you cannot spam in here. You have to go through the valid way of posting or sharing your gigs, and you can find there are tons of subreddits are available, and in that subreddits you can share your gigs. The next one is dig.com. This is a bookmark site, and in here you can also share your gigs link as same as this Medium, this Dig and Medium. They are social bookmarking site, and there are another source that is Pinterest. So you can get lots of traffic from Pinterest, and this is one of the good site for getting traffic for your gigs. So you can share through the Pinterest to the traffic about your gigs. So nowadays social media is a very good source for getting traffic, and you can optimize the social media for getting traffic to your gigs. If you have the traffic or visitor to your gigs, you can have orders. So along with creating gigs, you must have to focus for marketing your gigs. And if you want to promote your gigs, and if you want to spend some money for promoting your gigs, in that case you can use this Google Ads website. This is one of the best website nowadays, and with the Google Ads you can promote your product, or you can promote your gigs to all over the world, and in that case it will cost you. So if you want to spend the money, you can spend in Google Ads, and you can spend in Facebook. So I hope now you have the clear idea from which source you will be able to get the traffic, and I'm going to see you in next lesson. Hello everyone, welcome back once again, and now we're going to learn about the gig bids. So what is gig bids? You created a gigs, you know how to do marketing using the social media, but using the all things you are not getting an orders. So what you will do? If you're familiar with Upwork.com or as like a Freelancer.com, if you are familiar with the site, in the site buyers are placing the request, and the freelancers, they have to place the bids. So in Fiverr, what you are doing, you're just creating your gigs, and the gigs are getting published on marketplace, and once the buyer will like your gigs, they will place an order. So is there any way to communicate with the buyers on behalf of you, or is there any way to place bid yourself to the buyer post or to the buyer request? Yes, there are a way. You can post or you can place bid to the buyer request, cause Fiverr, they also have an option called buyer request, and in the buyer request, buyers are placing the request, and as you are a seller, so you can place the bid on behalf of you, or on behalf of your gig, you can place the bid to the buyer request. So how this functionality are working? You can get this buyer request for placing bid yourself to the buyer request. You have to log in on your account, and you will get this more option inside your dashboard, and you have to click this more option, and under the more option you will get buyer request. So let me click on here. Okay, here we go. You can take a look over here. Here is the buyer request, and you can take a look. We have around 1351 active buyer requests. So here all the buyers, they place the request, and as a freelancer you have to place the bids. So as an example, here is an example. The buyer said, I need a design, a graphical decal for my motorbike, and you can take a look over here. For this buyer request, till yet 25 orders placed, and the duration of these gigs, you have to submit it within 24 days, and the budget of this gigs is, or and the budget of this buyer request is $10. That means this buyer wants a graphics designer for his task, and the buyer budget is $10. And if you think you can do this work, in that case you just have to click on this send offer button. So when you will click on send offer, you will be able to send a message to the buyer. So this is a really amazing process in Fiverr.com. So you can contact on behalf of you to the buyer. So if you are not able to get the orders from the buyer, then you can use this buyer request. So on behalf of you, you can place or you can send the offer to the buyer, and that is the very good practice for the beginners.